At the village entrance, the man arrives, his figure stark against the barren, unforgiving landscape. Rudimentary huts dot the scene, constructed from salvaged materials, testaments to resilience amid scarcity. Dusty paths wind through the dwellings, tracing the roots of a hard-scrabbled daily existence. His thoughtful gaze sweeps over the village, noting the stark lack of infrastructure and resources. In the village square, children are kneeling, their laughter echoing through the air as they lose themselves in a marble game. Patched clothes and faded colors tell tales of hardship, yet their joy remains undimmed, pure and bright. A man watches from afar, a silent observer of their innocent merriment. Pity for their circumstances flickers in his eyes, a shadow briefly darkening his gaze. Yet, their unburdened laughter sparks inspiration within him, a beacon of hope in a weary world. A complex mix of emotions plays across his face as he witnesses their simple, profound happiness. Sunlight streams into the humble hut, illuminating the faces of hopeful villagers. As the man speaks of a brighter future, "I believe I can offer your children a chance at a better life," the man says, his voice filled with conviction. The mother replies hesitantly, "We appreciate your offer, but our children are needed here." "What guarantee do we have?" the father asks, his eyes filled with concern. "We can't afford to risk their well-being." "All right," the mother concedes, her voice soft with worry. "We agree, but please, take care of our children." The village common bursts with the vibrant energy of youth, alive with chatter and the promise of a new beginning. Children gather, their faces alight with anticipation, eager to embrace the knowledge that awaits them. Their youthful enthusiasm fills the air, creating an atmosphere of hope and excitement. A warm smile spreads across the man's face as he surveys the scene, his heart swelling with encouragement. He sees not just students, but the future of the village, bright and full of potential. The air crackles with the unspoken promise of growth, learning, and shared dreams. The village common, once vibrant, now feels empty. Restless boredom has replaced the youthful energy, a palpable shift in the air. Children huddle, their focus consumed by a simple game of marbles, the colorful spheres a stark contrast to the dusty ground. The man stands, observing, a deep furrow etched into his brow as he watches his students' waning interest. His concern deepens as he realizes his initial approach has failed to ignite their imaginations, leaving him troubled. A lone figure walks along the village path as children play, their laughter echoing in the air. The children spot the man and scatter, a flurry of small feet and frightened glances. Dust rises where they once stood, the path now empty and silent. The man stops, his shoulders slumping slightly as he watches them disappear. A sigh escapes his lips, a silent acknowledgement that he needs a new approach. Inside the dimly lit hut, shadows dance as the man hunches over a rough table. A single candle flickers, casting light across his furrowed brow and worn papers. He stares intently, a worn pencil clutched tightly in his hand. Isolation clings to the corners of the small hut. Brainstorming ideas, he desperately seeks a spark of inspiration. He longs to ignite the children's curiosity and make them eager to learn. Days later, the man returns to the village square, his presence immediately drawing wary glances. Children's faces reflect surprise, a shared memory of tedious lessons clouding their expressions. The air thickens with unspoken anticipation, a collective dread hanging over the square. Each child braces for the inevitable boredom, their initial surprise fading into weary resignation. Sunlight casts long shadows, mirroring the lengthening moments before the man speaks. A silent tableau unfolds, the man's return a stark disruption of the village's rhythm. Dust devils dance around the feet of a lone man in the village square. Children freeze, mid-play, their eyes wide with a mix of suspicion and curiosity. The man extends a hand, a disarming smile playing on his lips. "Don't run. I'm not here to make you study today," the man calls, his voice echoing in the square. He kneels, offering an olive branch of camaraderie. "I want to play marbles with you." Hesitation hangs in the air, a silent question of trust and acceptance. In the village square, a weathered man with kind eyes distributes colorful marbles from a large sack to the hesitant children. The children clutch the marbles, their eyes wide with curiosity and a hint of apprehension. A dropped marble sparks a game, breaking the ice and igniting a sense of playful camaraderie. Laughter fills the square as the children, now carefree, play together, the marbles scattering like jewels. Amidst the village square's lively game, a man's deliberate miss hangs in the air. A silent act of defiance or deception. He abruptly retreats from the action, seeking refuge in the pages of a book, his focus intense and feigned. Lost in the pretense of reading, he shuts out the surrounding world, his motives veiled behind the printed words. The book becomes his shield, a barrier erected against the probing eyes of onlookers, hiding his true intent. In the bustling village square, a child tugs at a man's sleeve, curiosity sparkling in their eyes. The man looks up from his weathered book, a silent smile gracing his lips. "Child, what are you looking at in that book?" His eyes reflect a knowing glint, a plan meticulously laid out, now coming to fruition. The village square buzzes, unaware of the unfolding drama orchestrated by the man and his book. In the heart of the village square, a man sits on a weathered bench, lost in the pages of a book, drawn by curiosity. A small group of children begins to gather around him, their eyes wide with anticipation. "I'm reading about the techniques of how to play marbles better," the man says, a playful glint in his eyes. "All the secrets are written here," he exclaims, holding up the book as if it contains hidden treasures. The children press closer, eager to uncover the mysteries of the game, their laughter echoing in the square. In the heart of the village square, a man stands tall, his earnest expression drawing the attention of a small gathering. He gestures emphatically, his words carrying the weight of knowledge and promise. "To understand these techniques, you must first learn to read," the man declares, his voice echoing. "If you want to become perfect marble players, come to me for reading 2 to 3 hours a day," he continues, a hint of challenge in his tone. "After that, we'll play marbles again," the man concludes, a playful smile gracing his lips. Weeks later, the village common echoes with the joyful sounds of children learning, their slates covered in chalk dust. Driven by dreams of marble game mastery, they diligently practice writing, each stroke fueled by ambition. Nearby, the man watches with a gentle smile, pride and satisfaction etched into his weathered face. His eyes reflect a hopeful vision, a brighter future dawning for the village through the children's eager minds. Years have passed. The village is transformed with proper roads and a proud school, a testament to progress. The man, now with silver streaks, observes children playing, their laughter mixing with the rustle of book pages. A profound satisfaction fills him as he witnesses the blend of joy and knowledge in their eyes. He smiles, a silent acknowledgement of his lasting impact on their lives. He smiles, knowing he has made a lasting impact.